Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to today's online class. The topic for today is types and classification of farm animals. This topic is divided into two parts. Here is the first one. That is why it is tagged 1 of 2. Later we are going to treat that of 2 of 2. Types and classification of farm animals. First of all, farm animals in this topic are classified into 3. 1. Classification based on their uses, classification based on their habitat, and classification based on their digestive tract. But before we continue with that, let us know the meaning of farm animals. Farm animals are a group of animals that are reared in the farm either for food or for commercial purposes. Some farmers rear chicken, that is fowl, while some rear donkey, some rear goats, and some rear pig. Types of farm animals include poultry, pig, cattle, sheep, goats, rabbits, grass cutter, fish, bees, and donkey. Classification of farm animals according to their habitats. Here they are of 3 types. 1. We have terrestrial animals, that is, animals that live on land. Examples include cattle, sheep, goats, pig, and poultry birds. Number 2. Aquatic animals or habitats. Animals that live on water. Examples include fish, crab, crayfish, and shrimp. Number 3. Arboreal animals, habitats. Animals that live on tree branches. Examples are squirrel, spider, monkey, and the flying frog. Classification of farm animals according to their uses. 1. For food. All farm animals are used as food by mankind. They provide protein, vitamins, and minerals. Examples include cattle, sheep, goat, fish, and snail. Number 2. Milk. The milk from cow, ewe, and doe are used for baby food preparation. Supplies protein in human diet, vitamins and minerals to livestock. Number 3. Egg. The eggs from fowl, turkey, duck, geese are used in pharmaceuticals, and they also provide protein in human diet. Number 4. Eat and skin. The skin of donkey, goat, sheep, and cattle are used for decoration, bag, shoe, and jacket production. Number 5. Horn. The horns of cattle, ram, and the buck are used for decoration, knife handle, belt head, fertilizer, musical instruments, and feed ingredient production. Number 6. Bone. The bones of farm animals are used for making bone meal in livestock feed. Examples are goat, sheep, cow, and pig. Number 7. The blood of farm animals such as cattle, sheep, goat, and the pig are used for making blood meal in livestock feed. Number 8. Feather. The feather from fowl, turkey, and duck are used for making pillows, cushions in chairs, and mattresses. Classification of farm animals according to the nature of their digestive tract. We have ruminant animals and non-ruminant animals. Polygastric or ruminant animals. These farm animals have 4 stomach compartments. They ruminate and they chew the cud. Examples of ruminant animals are cattle, sheep, and goats. The four stomach compartments include 1. Rumen or pouch. It is soft and a towel-like appearance. That is, it appears as if it is a towel. It is the first and the largest compartment. Number 2. Reticulum or honeycomb. It looks like honeycomb. The second compartment. Number 3. Homazum or menipes. It has several leaves or layers. It is the third and smallest compartment. And we now have number 4. Abomazum, the fourth and true stomach. Among these 4 compartments, the only true stomach is the abomazum. Here is the summary of digestion in ruminant animals. We have the mouth, the rumen, reticulum, homazum, abomazum, small intestine, and large intestine. All these are what I'm going to be explaining to you as the lecture continues in details. Here is the diagram of the digestive tract of a ruminant animal, such as cattle. For example, here is the esophagus. When the animals cut the grass, it masticates it in the mouth partially, and the food moves down to the rumen here for temporary storage. Later it moves to the reticulum. Okay, later it now moves back to the mouth through the esophagus. This is what we call regurgitation. Now the food will not be rechewed again, and more saliva will be added, and the food will now form semi-liquid curd. Then the food will now move down to the homazum. Later it moves down to abomazum, from where the food will now find, the digested food will now find its way into the small intestine, and further digestion also take place in the small intestine, and the food will now be assimilated into the bloodstream through the walls of the small intestine through a structure called the villi. Then the undigested food will now move into the large intestine, and there from there it will now pass out through the anus. It passes out as feces or animal dung. Digestion in ruminant animal. Let us discuss this properly. From the mouth first. When a ruminant animals like cattle cuts the grass, it chews the grass partially in the mouth and swallows it. The grass passes from the mouth through the esophagus into the rumen. In the rumen, there are some activities that take place. Otherwise, we call it functions of the rumen. Number 1, the rumen serves as temporary storage. It is for temporary storage of feed before regurgitation and proper chewing. 2, fermentation of feed by microbial organisms take place in the rumen because there are some microorganisms that are in the rumen that leads to the fermentation of the feed in the rumen. Number 3, volatile fatty acids and other grasses are produced in the rumen due to fermentation, and these volatile fatty acids are the main source of energy for the cow. Number 4, absorption of volatile fatty acid take place through the walls of the rumen. Number 5, some vitamins like vitamins B and K and also amino acids are produced in the rumen. 6, the breakdown of cellulose takes place in the rumen. It is not all animals that can digest cellulose except ruminant animals. Number 7, as soon as the goat or cow finished filling the rumen, it finds a cool place and lies down quietly by anti-peristaltic movement of the stomach. The undigested grass from the rumen passes from the rumen into the reticulum. Now from the reticulum, the partially chewed grass is in the reticulum, re-enters the mouth from reticulum, that is regurgitation. It regurgitates. Regurgitation takes place. Then through the esophagus goes to the mouth. The partially chewed grass is now chewed properly through the process of rumination, that is by chewing the cud into a semi-liquid cud which is re-swallowed. Rumination process. Rumination is the process of chewing. Rumination process. Rumination is the process of chewing the cud to further break down plant matters and stimulate digestion. There are 4 steps of rumination. We have number 1, regurgitation, that is the re-entering of partially digested grass back to the mouth through the esophagus. 2, remastication, the chewing of the partially digested grass in the mouth. 3, resalivation, the remixing of the partially digested grass with saliva to aid proper chewing in the mouth. 4, re-swallowing, the swallowing of the properly chewed grass, that is the semi-liquid cud, from the mouth into the omasum. The re-swallowed semi-liquid cud moves into omasum and then passes into the abomasum that we call the true stomach. The next stage is small intestine, that is the semi-liquid cud, the digested grass in abomasum passes into the small intestine. Here pancreatic juice and bile are added to the feed. Bile simply means a green alkaline liquid. Okay, it Further digestion takes place in small intestine with the aid of enzymes. There are different enzymes in the small intestine that aids digestion. The digested feed is absorbed into the bloodstream of the cattle in the walls of the small intestine by a structure called villi. The next stage is a large intestine. The large intestine comprises caecum, colon, and the rectum. Undigested feed materials are passed into large intestine. Microbial fermentation of undigested feed takes place in large intestine due to the presence of bacteria and protozoa. The undigested feed materials are passed out as feces, that is animal dung, through the anus, and this is where we are going to stop for today. Study it very well and do the assignment that is attached. Thank you for